Hello, welcome to Montreal. Nice to meet you. If you can maybe start, present yourself and what's your business
Sure.
here in Montreal.
Sure. My name is Wynn, and I'm the owner of Wynn Audio, and we are a distribution company. This year at Montreal Audiofest, we are showcasing the Audio Group Denmark brand, and it's great to have Peter Hansen to join us.
Yeah, I'm Peter Hansen. I'm the North American sales manager for Audio Group Denmark and all the products we make in our factory in Aalborg, Denmark. And we have brought here today our entry-level system, which is our Access brand of electronics, which is an all-in-one integrated DAC streamer headphone amp, starting at around 7,500 Canadian. It goes up to 15,000. The speakers we have brought are the X series. It's the flagship, the X6, which retails in Canada for $30,000 for the pair. And all the cabling is all the ANSYS A-level for speaker cables, power cords. Then we have our A3 and A3 Ethernet switch and power distribution bar. So the whole complete system is right in the 65,000 Canadian for the whole setup.
All emotions, 65,000.
Yeah, all in. Yeah.
That's good. Could you maybe give us more technical aspects about the products and maybe the showcase you have
Yeah,
here?
I think we'll start with the drivers because we make all our drivers ourselves, and that's when you hear the system, this is obviously why we can get this kind of sound out of a 4.5-inch woofer. We've had a lot of head spinning here this weekend. People can't believe that we can get this kind of low frequency extension from a 4.5-inch driver. But it's all about mass and it's about power. So our cones are made from a sandwich construction of 2 layers of spread toe carbon with a layer of Nomex honeycomb in between. Very stiff material, but super lightweight. So when you have these sandwiched together, you get a cone that weighs about 5 grams, but it's as hard as hardened steel. And then when you put a good, powerful motor system behind it, you're getting this kind of responsive driver that you hear in these X6s.
And you're only using these because it's your product.
And this is actually a trickle down from our reference M-series drivers. The inner core of those is also the same sandwich construction, but it has an extra layer of titanium sheet on top of it, and then we go through a whole different other things with it.
Wow.
Another thing we do that is unique to our drivers, if you look here, this is a motor system from our Z series. There's two copper rings in here, so the area where the voice coil is moving is copper. And that dramatically reduces the inductance, which again is good for the amplifiers because they can better take grip of the drivers. Another problem is when you're using an aluminum voice coil, which everybody uses. When you have aluminum coming into another magnetic field, you're creating eddy current or hysteresis. That's happening. This is resistance, and if you feel that this is pretty significant. So how do you fix that? Well, you use titanium, and then you have this happening.
Oh, wow.
It totally eliminates that resistance that you otherwise will have in the movement of the cone that's supposed to move air. The problem is with titanium it's about 30 times the cost of aluminum.
Yeah, I figure.
And if you're looking at this drive, you see all these venting holes that are there. You have to control the temperature because titanium can very easily overheat otherwise. That's why you see holes in the material as well for cooling system. So again, that also requires too that you have a driver that is very responsive in, the starts and stops in music becomes more accurately done.
Wow. And this is for the woofer. Do you have the tweeter also?
Yes, we do. And just back to the driver. So this is where the X series driver, once it's done, you see we try to have as little material as possible on the back so it doesn't restrict the flow of the driver on the back side of it. The tweeter is also our own. It's a ribbon planer, and this is actually the diaphragm. It weighs 1/100th of a gram, and it's 1/100th of a millimeter thick. That paired with a very powerful neodymium magnet on the backside of it, you're getting a tweeter, depending on its model, from anywhere from 92 to 94 dB efficient. the problem with especially with tweeters and high frequency is that the more mass you have, energy stores, re-releases, and that creates breakups in the frequency. You won't have that with us because there is literally no mass, as you can see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very, very thin and very light.
Yeah, and then on the upper end series, we're using the same diaphragm, but then we go into a more robust N52 neodymium magnets.
So you have today one pair of speakers, but you have different sizes?
Yeah, there are 4 models in the X series. We're starting with the X1s that just was released about 3 weeks ago. It's a bookshelf or stand mount, and they retail in Canada for $7,500. With the stands, $9,000. And then we have also on display in here on static a X2, which is a small floor stander, and they're 12,000 Canadian a pair. And then there's one model below these that will be at this height called the X3 at 15,000 Canadian. And then this, as I said before, these are 30,000 Canadian for the pair. That's fine.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, great audio show for this weekend. And we're very happy to see you in Montreal. Hopefully we're going to see you again.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.